Hello everybody, this is Gritty Astro and with social commentary and please excuse my English. I know it's not very good, and that is because it's not my first language, so yeah, apologies. I'm trying the best I can. So this is just a social commentary on the Nicola Bulley case. We hit the mark of 30th of March, and the inquest is in about like 3 months, like a little under 3 months now, and it's like a long time to wait, and which really raises my attention, and I question, why so much time? That's something that always struck me as odd, as like, why? I want to know why, because I don't get it. Why so long for the inquest to take place? Is it because they need to, there's lots of information to gather, because there could be something else to the case and it's not as simple as they thought? Or has the inquest been put in such a point in the future because they want to, the people who handle this case wants to make sure or try for the public to lose interest, because it's 3 months more till we hear from the inquest, and we don't even know what we're going to get. If we are going to get any details, any answers, So, but I found it odd, because if it is, for me, I never, and I'm not a true crime specialist. I just love true crime. I happen to love true crime. That is why I'm talking about this case of Nicola Bulley, because I love true crime, but I'm not a true crime podcaster. I'm not a YouTuber at all. Not yet anyway. But this case made me want to comment on it. So that really tingles my curiosity. Why so many months for the inquest, for the Nicola Bulley inquest? Why so many months? It's so ambiguous. It's like always with this case, it's so ambiguous, because it could go this way as much as it could go this other way. It's ambiguous, and I never trust something or someone who is ambiguous. That is my psychic side just kicking in for this case, like for everything I do or everything that in my life, It's always like when there's something that is, or someone who is ambiguous, my alarm bells just go off, okay? So this case first is very ambiguous, and I don't like that. Normally a case, if it was so simple as just a drowning, or if she unalived herself, it will be so simple, right? But it's not simple. It's very complicated, apparently, for them anyway. They say, the narrative said that it was nothing, like she just went into the river, right? But that is it is something simple, but it's not, because it's going to take months and months until the inquest. And because there are no answers, it's very ambiguous. So that really bothers me. That's from the time that they announced the date of the inquest. It struck my alarm bells. I was like, this is strange. That really, really tickled me off. The time until the inquest, because or maybe they just wanted everybody to forget about this case, which I also find odd, because why would the authorities or the narrator, the official narrator of this story, want the public to just forget about it when it's such a high-profile case? It's strange, isn't it? Even though I understand from the family point of view, I could say, okay, maybe they did this, they delayed the date of the inquest so much for the families, so the public, i.e. us, would lose interest, so, we wouldn't be bothering the family anymore. And that's weird. This is a weird case, because why would a police force do that? I mean, a police force, a government has to be clear, has to be honest, has to be it can't be that ambiguous, because it just doesn't sit right with the public. It doesn't sit right with me, and I'm not even from England. I'm South American. I'm like 1,000 miles away from UK. But I'm talking about this case because I find it so odd, so strange that the inquest is taking so long. It's been said from the get-go that when they found Nicola after the autopsy, they just set it to 26th of June, and you say, what? That struck me as really, really odd. Other things, commentaries. This is like a social commentary, because why? It's like you have to ask yourself, why are the authorities behaving in such an odd way? Why? I don't buy that it's just for the family. It doesn't make sense. Who are the family, the royals or whatever? Even with the royals today, everything is broadcast, So why would they do that for just an ordinary family in one part of Lancashire, With all my respects, it's just questions that I have, that it's odd. I found oddities in this case, which is why I'm talking about it, because otherwise I would just, I would have forgotten about it, a long time ago, because many people are missing, terrible cases every day, everywhere. So, but this case is like a poster child for missing persons cases for me, it's like a poster child for that. Because why are the authorities behaving in such a strange way? Okay, things and more social commentary or random commentary about Nicola's case. Okay, what I find odd is this all feels theatrical, and I'm not saying I'm just saying what I perceive. Okay, it's just my truth. Okay, my perception. It's from the get-go, this case felt very theatrical, right? Very dramatic, and very it's like a Shakespearean play. It's you have all the characters, It also felt like I was in that comedy series by the League of Gentlemen. What was it called? Royston Place or Royston something? And it was by the great group, which is the League of Gentlemen from England, and they are brilliant, and they did this series scary, about this scary little village, in the middle of England. And the locals are very creepy, and everything is kept inside the family, inside the village. It's a very hostile village, and people are weird. For me, this case, the Nicola Bulley case, not her particularly, the case is like a play, like a League of Gentlemen episode, or like a Shakespeare play, where like an Oscar Wilde play, where all the characters, it's like a very English play, that's what I find, but also like a very English, but also very universal, because you have all the characters, you have the beautiful, like good, nice, adorable main character who is like the damsel in distress, so to speak, or is the good soul of the village, and she's gone, okay, and you see, and this is like the character of the good girl, the good person, the good soul who gets gone, and it's weird. And then you have the other characters, like the partner is like a I don't know, like this I don't know, it's weird. He gives me like off vibes. It's like he's ambiguous as well, and that's what it bothers me. Many characters in this case are odd, are ambiguous. I don't trust them. It's like, okay, for 1 minute I see them as okay, he's normal, he's okay, he will react like that, and the next minute is like, what the fuck is he saying? Why is he saying that? Why is he sleeping like that? It's like a slip of the tongue. Why does he do that? Why doesn't he show as much emotion? Why doesn't he like speak directly, like to her, like Nicola, like her name? It's like I sense like they were like totally at odds, okay, with each other. And it makes sense, you have the 10th of January police call or welfare check, whatever it was, because I'm not sure what it was, and but let's call it the welfare check. That really, that's the other thing, one of the other things that strike me as odd, as weird, okay. The whole 10th of January incident, which we don't know what happened, we just rumors. I don't like to speculate in rumors, but they give me like food for thought, right? But I don't like to base my opinion on rumors, but I can just like comment on that. It's strange that on the 10th of January, the police, or the welfare check, which is, as for my knowledge, it's the police, and then some mental health unit or something, went to her house, to Nicola's house, on the 10th of January this year. So it was just 17 days before he vanished into thin air, and that really like raises the back of my, the hairs in my back. It's like this really like alerts me. It's like, that's weird. I mean, what happened there? Like, it's ambiguous. It's ambiguous. Then because you see how that story was fed into what was, told, what we were told about Nicola afterwards, that when the police released that information, as per the partner, I assume, that Nicola had all these problems with alcohol and the HRT and the menopause. Like, what the hell? I mean, that's another huge red flag for me. Like, why would they do that? Why would a police department that is in a country that is so like ancient, like old country, and they have lots of experiences. I mean, I admire the English police. I mean, I love watching true crime from England because I love how they resolve their cases. Yes, they have made mistakes, historical mistakes, but every police force does that. But I always consider the British police force as very good, and but then I see this. It's like a total contradiction between what I saw in the true crime from UK and what I saw in real life as well. With with how they are behaving, how they have been behaving since day one with the Nicola Bulley case. Why would they, like, it's like, what were you thinking? I mean, are you like 5? You know, why would you release that information? It's terrible. I mean, and also it implants in the people the notion that she was a raging alcoholic, like a loony, and that on the 10th of January she was the one provoking, like, all the problems, like all the arguments or whatever happened there, that then somebody called the police on her or on them, I don't know, but it was regarding her. That's what I read in the papers, you know, in the news. It was about her. It was a welfare check on her or on the house, I don't know. But anyway, it's weird because then after the police released this sensitive information about her, and I thought, oh my God, you know, I mean, we are in 2023, and, you know, women are treated like that online, like on public by the police. It's like, get out of here. It's so weird. Why would the police behave in such an appalling way? Why would they release that information just without a thought? You know, and making people connect that with the 10th of January. It's like, okay, she was like a crazy person. And for me, that is so unfair, because what I see from her in all the pictures, I got to see all her pictures, public pictures, before they deleted everything from her Facebook. And I remember, you know, that she looked like, you know, nothing like this raging alcoholic. I'm not saying she wasn't like, she didn't suffer from anything, but she didn't show it, and she definitely didn't show the alcoholic, crazy, menopausal woman. I'm sorry, I just don't see it, you know, I don't see it. I mean, and I work, you know, as a tarot reader for a living. I perceive people, okay? It's like, you know, I perceive their energy, and I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but this is what I do all the time. So it's like, in a way, I'm a little bit trained on perceiving people, and I don't perceive Nicola as a raging alcoholic, hormonal, like psycho menopausal woman. I do not see her like that. I'm sorry. It's just, it doesn't happen for me. So then I see that ambiguity again, that red flag. Why? It's like, you know, on one side you have the good, how Nicola, you know, has been portrayed. It's like as this, I'm sorry, but it's as this Madonna whore image, okay? And I'm not blaming anyone. It's like, it's just an image that I get. You know, it's the Madonna whore, like, you know, on the one hand she's a saint, and on the other hand, she's like raging alcoholic, like endangering her life and the life of others. I don't see that, but yet they have portrayed her like that. They have planted the seed of, like, you know, like the rotten, like the poison fruit. They have released it to the public, and that's really like strange. Why would professionals to do that? I mean, it's red flag. And then, you know, yeah, you have, like I said, the partner, the body language is really like it's ambiguous. It's like a play, you know. It's like everyone are actors, like especially from the main mouthpieces or whatever, talking head, I don't know how you say it, like, which are Paul and much more Emma. You know, I think it's weird also that these two are acting like actors. Like, what I see, and maybe it's because I'm from South America and I see it from a different perspective, but I saw these two people who are foreigners to me because I'm not in their country, and I see them, and I what I thought was they act like theater actors. It's like a theater. And then I found out that Paul used to be an actor, and Emma also was kind of like an actress. They both had some experience in acting, and maybe that is why they appear so thespian or whatever. I don't know if that is the word. But then you have all these characters around them. It's like the like the weird people of the caravan. It's like, come on, man, really? And then you have like the dog, you have the river and the dog, and you have Ron, which is the from the caravan side, and he may be a suspect, but who knows? But he appears like a nice bloke. And then you have you have the police people, like weird and like weird, like not. Well, then going on, it's like the characters in a play, and then you have the the caravan people, the dog, the best friend, which is, Emma is the best friend. She acts like, and she's like the leader. She's leading this case in the media, for us and of course, for Nicola and her family. He's like this very dramatic character, and her body language is also like a big red flag for me. Like, she is always like, her eyes, everything is also in the eyes. You can see a lot in the eyes, and in her eyes I see like she's always like gleeful. You see this happenings, this glee, this elation at being on camera. Maybe it's because she used to be an actress, and she has a tendency for theater and for the drama. She's naturally like that. That is a perfect explanation. But then again, it's because Paul is also like that, and he used to be also dabbled in acting or whatever, maybe when they were in high school, I don't know, because Paul and Emma, apparently they were an I-team, and also they know each other from school, etc. So I think that he used to play in the high school plays or whatever. It's like, that's what I feel from them. So they know each other since they were like children, I think, or teenagers, like from high school, I think. So it's like these both actors, and then you have another thing that really caught my eye, which I found weird, is that Paul gave like, I don't know, like 2 interviews, and one is like a feature-length film, like it's like the film of Paul, and it feels very thespian. And I'm speaking with respect. I'm speaking about what I feel. I think that maybe it's because he, like Emma, used to be in a thespian group in high school, and that is why he also not coincidentally is also thespian. It's also like theatricals, because he went to the acting with Emma in high school, maybe, probably, possibly, I don't know. That's my rationale, and because I don't want to close myself. I have my theories, but there are many. There are not just one. I mean, because we don't know really, do we? So, but it's all like a play. It's like an Agatha Christie. Also, like an Agatha Christie movie or book, actually. I'm a fan of Agatha. It feels like, like a play, like an Agatha Christie novel, crime novel, without the crime. I mean, because the official narrative is that there is no crime committed against Nicola. So, but it still feels like an Agatha Christie novel, okay? And it's weird. Everything feels off. It's not normal for the police to act that way, for me. It's not normal the way Nicola was like splashed on the media, about her problems, her alleged problems, and it's just horrible. Why would you do that? It's like, also another thing that really, really spikes my attention in this case is the famous or infamous CCTV footage that a friend of Paul's sent to Grisly Crime, and that it was like to prove that, you know, on the day of the 7 of January, you know, it's like, okay, here she is. This is Nicola, and here I am Paul, you know. But it's like, I don't know what he wanted to prove, actually. Because that was like a weird thing to do. Why would you send dodgy CCTV footage? Because what the YouTuber Grizzly uploaded is a mess. I mean, it's a complete mess. From I don't know, I used to work in graphic design, so I see that, and it's like, that's a mess. Why? I mean, you want to clear your name, okay, and you send that to prove that you're then, she's she, and whatever, and that's what you send. I mean, like a badly edited, like a tiny piece. I mean, and because they sent like a 10-second, like sequence. It's like 10 seconds. I mean, I can't see anything in that. I mean, I see these things. I mean, I see that it is a mess. The fact that they sent just 10 seconds of footage, and then the footage itself was badly edited. It was, from the start, it's a mess. You see that, and that is what they sent. It's like, what are they laughing in our face? Like, that's also something I felt like. Is a game to them? Is it a game to you? I mean, am I a joke to you? Like the meme. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's what I felt at the time, you know. It's like big red flag for me. Okay? How I see it in my mind, how I process all this information on this Nicola Bulley case is how I see it, how I perceive it. I'm not stating it as fact. Okay? So this feels like a play, like a theater, you know, play, and or a crime novel without the crime, you know. It's a mystery. And I just wanted to, you know, touch on quickly on the main. I mean, there are many more red flags, but I would be like talking like 10 hours, truly, and I can't do that. So yeah. It's like, and then because I see it as theater, my perception, I'm not saying that they are not real or Nikki wasn't real, I'm not wanting to be insensitive at all, but that is my perception. I'm not saying that anybody's lying. I'm saying that everything appears odd. Lots of things in this case appear odd, strange. Like, what were you thinking? Why would you do that? Why, you know, it's very ambiguous, and I don't like anything that is ambiguous, because for me it triggers, like, you know, distrust. It's like, you know, when so you're talking to somebody, and I don't know, and they want, I don't know, to be your friend, but you see, like, they are ambiguous in their personality. You never know, and it's like a red flag, you know. And it's like, I like my people to be like not ambiguous. Like, I want them to be them, not like a, you know, I want people to be authentic, real, in my face. You know, it's like, I don't like people who are ambiguous, because it makes me distrust them. And when a story is ambiguous like this one, and where the characters in this scenario are so ambiguous, and the way the information was carried out, what is horribly ambiguous, I don't trust it. That's how my how my mind works in this case. It's because it is so ambiguous. Nothing is clear. Everything is muddied, like on purpose. It's like on purpose. I mean, what were you thinking? So why would you do that if it's going to muddy the water, you know? Why aren't you being clear? Why aren't you being like quicker, more expeditive? If everything is so clear and perfect and, you know, like a slam dunk or whatever you call it, why would it take so much time? Why would the characters in this play like display such odd behavior? And why was Nikki like splashed on the media, revealing her vulnerabilities when she cannot defend herself because she was already, you know, presumably she was already demised, passed away? So it's so gross, the way to treat a woman in 2023. Come on, give me a break. And this was what, her partner? I mean, her family? I mean, what are they like? This like misogynist people? I mean, it's weird. It's like this town, this village is like weird. Like, why would you treat Nicola that way? It's just appalling to me. Okay, as a woman, okay, it's appalling that they would do that. And well, you know, bottom line, I do not trust this scenario. Just like Mr. P would say, like this scenario, like, you know that a scenario is a Spanish word, scenario, which means like oh my god, like a theater. How do you say, I don't know, the theater, you know, when the actors play. The scenario is like, you know, where people are under the lights, big lights, and they do their show. So in this scenario, I do not trust. My instinct says, my primal instinct is always like seeing red flags and, you know, I don't trust the narrative. I do not trust the characters, because everyone, the official narrative, i.e. the police, you know, the media, and the official family, like the official characters, they are ambiguous. I perceive them from day one as ambiguous. Everything in this case is ambiguous. Why, if it's so clear and cut, why the inquest? Why is it pushed so many months ahead? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't sit right with me. I mean, I've never seen that an inquest takes such a long time without being a crime committed. It is weird. So I wanted to comment on that, and remember just what I do, you know, with a puzzling case like that, and with anything in life that seems very difficult. Always never assume. I mean, it's not good to assume without facts. I mean, because when you just believe one theory when we don't actually know, I mean, it's like you close yourself down and you're just that theory. And, you know, you're not letting in new information. I mean, and we always must strive for the truth, whatever it is, because we just don't know yet, and we may never know what happened. You know, the way things went and the way things are going. I'm not sure we will ever know the truth of what happened to Nicola Bulley. So have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, or night, wherever you are. May God bless you, and see you next time. Bye.